ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Stanza 12. चार्वाकै कर्मभिश्चात्मा श्रवणायापि दुर्लभः। मुमुक्षवोऽपि बहवः शृण्वन्तोऽपि न जानते। To get an opportunity to expose to the inquiry and unfoldment of Atma Swarupa, one's own true nature, is very, very rare. So for whom? For people who are charvakas, means who consider that sense gratification alone is the final goal of life. There is nothing called hereafter. Once the body ends, everything is over. There is no goal to be sought hereafter. Those who don't accept the Shastras as the Pramana, for them to get even opportunity to expose to this unfoldment is very, very difficult. Also, karmabhishcha, that is karmibhihi. Those who hold that karma alone means you do something, earn punya and get better lokas. That alone is the goal of life. For them also it is difficult to get such opportunity. There are others who are mumukshus who have to an extent analyzed the life and found that the life or the world at its best can never make them content. So even such people, because of certain lack in their disposition, because of some deficiencies on their part in terms of preparations, they also are unable to gain the knowledge, though they do expose to Shravana. Bahavaha mumukshavaha api shrunvantaha api na janati. They are mumukshus, they are not ordinary people. They have found out the limitations of the world, they want to get freed from that, and they too take to Shravana, etc. Even then, na janati, that is what was told in Katha, Shrunvantopi bahavo yam na vidyuhu. In spite of exposing to inquiry, Shravana, many don't get the knowledge. It shows how difficult this knowledge is. Actually, difficulty because of few such things as proper disposition in terms of Viveka Vairagya is not there, proper Shraddha is not there, and maybe certain duritas are there. The adverse results of past lives may be obstructing the person. Because of such things it appears to be difficult, and certain practice also is required, like a mind which is Shuddha, also a mind which is Nishchala, steady. A pure and steady mind is indispensable, without which to gain knowledge is next to impossible. Because of these factors, lack of such preparations, it appears as though it is very, very difficult, and it is true also in that sense. So, bahavaha shrunvantopi mumukshavaha api shrunvantopi na janati. Why? What is wrong? What is that obstruction? How are they not able to gain this knowledge in spite of exposing themselves to inquiry? So, these are the reasons. Let us see what are the reasons. There are some who pose obstructions in their path. Who are they? Let us see. Havir bhujam hi devanam apriyam martya vedanam. Havir bhujam hi devanam apriyam martya vedanam. Martyas tattvam na jananti. Vignair deva krutair hataha. Anvaya. Martya vedanam havir bhujam hi devanam apriyam. Martya vedanam havir bhujam hi devanam apriyam. Devakritaihi vignaihi hataha martyaha tattvam na jananti. Hataha martyaha tattvam na jananti. Martya vedanam. Martyaihi vedanam. Martyaihi atmaswarupa vedanam. Gaining the knowledge of Atmaswarupa, Brahmaswarupa, one's own true nature, what we call as I. This gaining this knowledge by whom? Martyaha, by humans, mortals means by humans, is what? Is something which is disliked by Devas. Who are those Devas? Devanam apriyam. It is something which is not desirable for them, something which is disliked by Devas. Who are these Devas? Devas from the heavens. The denizens of the heavens and the deities, all these don't like the humans to gain the knowledge of oneself. Who are these Devas? There is a reason. These Devas are Havirbhujaha. Havirbhuk. Those who subsist on the Havish. That means the oblations offered by the humans in terms of sacrifice. So then what is the connection between receiving the Havish oblations by Devas and a human being getting Atmadhyana, Brahmadhyana? Do you know what is required for performance of any karma? It is not just like that. First Sankalpa is done. What is Sankalpa? I, so and so, invoke such and such deity for gaining such and such result. I, so and so. Who is that so and so? Devadatta Sharmaham. Who is that Devadatta Sharma? Maybe Somadatta's son, that is a different thing. But himself is not identified with the body. The body, the embodiment is taken as I, and the son of so and so, etc., from such and such Gotra, such and such Kula, etc. So I do identifying the body on account of what? Ignorance, not knowing one's own Swarupa. I invoke such and such deity, Indra, Varuna, Prajapati. Means that deity, Indra, Varuna is different from me or is identical with me? Different. I am invoking him, different from me. To gain such and such result, is it one with me or different from me? Different. Okay. Now, because I want something in this world, and these Devas have got some powers to grant the certain thing, I invoke them, and they also get, give and take is there. They get the Havish and they grant you the boons or whatever that you deserve on account of performance of your sacrifices. It's just a give and take, and these rituals are given there in the Vedas. In the bargain, just say you go to the shop. Will the shopkeeper will give you what you want? First tender the money. So he has got his profit there. At the same time you get your goods. Like that, Devas do offer you, do give you what you want because they are empowered to do so, but at the cost of your Havish, performance of certain sacrifices, rituals. That is where their sustenance is there. Now, suppose this human being gets Atmadhyana, Brahmadhyana. Will he do karmas? Will he do sacrifice? Because a karma presupposes ignorance and identification with the body, and the deity whom I invoke is certainly different from me. That notion must be there. Now, one who has got Atmadhyana, Brahmadhyana, in and through entire creation, including the deity, sees what? One's own Swarupa, Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, which is one and the same thing, and he has nothing to get from the world, nor he has got any dependence, including on the body. Navyapashrayaha. That means no dependence on anything in the world, including the body. Why? Whatever the body has to accomplish at its best has been accomplished. What is that at best? What can one accomplish? Atmadhyana, Brahmadhyana, Moksha. See, all that this human embodiment can accomplish is four Purusharthas. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. When Moksha is gained, Atmadhyana is gained, Moksha is gained, there is nothing further remains to be accomplished. And when there is nothing further remains to be accomplished, there is no necessity of even the body. Not that the person discards the body will continue in accordance with its momentum. So, otherwise, Shariram adyam khalu dharma sadhanam. The body is the basic instrument to accomplish the dharma, all accomplishes it. Now the job is over. Maybe if the body is useful to others, let it have its own course. But I have nothing to get from the body, nothing needs to be accomplished. Therefore, he doesn't have, such a person doesn't have dependence on even one's own body. Where is the question of getting this or that by invoking the deity? So he doesn't do the karma. If he doesn't do the karma, what will happen to the havish these devas were receiving? They won't get. This is what Deva Havir Bhujam Devanam Apriyam. This is something which is not liked by them. This is not disliked by them. What is that? Martyaihi Atma Swarupa Vedanam. Gaining the knowledge of Atma by human mortals is something disliked by devas. This can be very clear. I will give you an example. Bombay, let us say, a couple is there and two children are there. Husband and wife go to the office. And there is one maid servant is there, very reliable, very honest, etc. Takes care of entire home, children, etc. Taking the children to the school, bringing them back and cooking and everything she takes care. And she was a girl of, let us say, 15 or 16 years old, and she was managing everything. Now she has become 25. The parents of the maid servant are thinking of marriage, and they have fixed the marriage of that girl. What about this couple? They have to relieve. They have to relieve her. Would they like it? They have to perforce because the life of a girl is involved. But they will never like it. Otherwise, let us say, same girl, some maid servant, she is getting a better salary somewhere, double or triple the salary that she is getting here, and she wants to give up the job. Would they like it? No. That's what it is. So here, these humans do get Atma Jnana, but what happens? Devas lose their share of Havish on account of these. In Brahadaranyaka 1:4-10, these people are called Devanam Pashuhu. They are called what? Devanam Pashavaha. These are the animals of Devas. In what sense? Suppose a cowherd is there who has got so many cows, or shepherd is there who has got so many sheep, and he had taken the pasture land. Suppose in the pasture land which was near the forest, a tiger or a lion came and took away 2-3, will the owner or shepherd like it? No. Such a loss. If one sheep is lost, that means if it is taken away, such a loss is there. When this one human being is lost who is equal to many sheep, how much apriya it will be for whom? Deva. This all this Bhashyakara explains this all this in Brahadaranyaka Bhashya. So first it says, Aham Brahmasmi. Actually, Mahavakya appears in that 1:4-10 Brahadaranyaka. I am Brahma Sarupa. And these people have nothing to do with the karma. And those who don't have this, I am different, the deity is different, they are nothing better, no better than Devanam Pashavaha. Why Devanam Pashavaha? These Devas don't like this, such people gaining the knowledge because they will not perform the karma and they will lose the havish. So therefore, Devanam Apriyam Martya Vedanam Havir Bhujam Hi Devanam Apriyam. He shows prasiddhi, Shastra prasiddhi. In Brahadaranyaka it is very clearly told. So therefore it says, as a result of this, do you know what these devas do? They bring obstructions. They bring obstructions and see that this guy doesn't gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, so that they will continue to be Pashavaha. So therefore they will be benefited by that. So therefore it says, of course there is a way out, don't worry. ऐसा हुआ तो क्या हो जाएगा? So we want to gain Atma Jnana. We never knew about these devas. Are they so wretched fellows? Are they obstructing us? How are we to get the knowledge? There is a way out, okay? Don't worry. उनका बाप ऊपर है उधर. उधर बाप भगवान is there, Paramatma is there, Ishvara is there. He will give you a knock. So, but you have to invoke whom? Ishvara, to see that these guys don't interfere in your affair. That is why even when sannyasa is taken, first thing, Abhaya is given. Abhaya beginning from Indra onward. Oh Indra, I won't interfere. I don't want your post also. Because in this, or Puranas we find Indra is afraid of anybody doing tapas, etc. because he will lose his chair. So including from Indra onwards, fearlessness is granted. I don't want your post at all. And that also not simply telling, it's like a pratidnya. And there's a witness. We know who is the witness? Surya. The fellow say, I never told that earlier. So he may go back again. Witness is there. Who? Surya. The Surya sun is kept as the witness and told, I will be totally a harmless person to entire all humanity, including all creature. I will not be a competent person for anyone, etc. So even that means on account of me, no one should get frightened, etc. Abhaya pradana. So why? Such possibility on part of devas are there. So that being the case, so that they do impede, they do bring the obstruction. As a result of this, deva kritaihi vignaihi. What type of vignas we'll see in that subsequent stanza? Because of the vignas, the obstructions perpetrated by who? These devas. Hataha martyaha. Hataha means not killed here, obstructed. Hataha means not killed here, obstructed. Obstructed. Who obstructed? Martyaha. These martyaha who are obstructed because of that means the obstruction posed by these devas, so that these humans will not get the Atma Jnana. What happens? Tattvam na jananti. They don't gain the knowledge, they don't know what their Swarupa is. What type of obstruction they bring? So let us see. Acharya Shishyayor doshan Deva utpadayanti Vagdoshad buddhi doshadva Vaktum shaknoti no guruhu. This is how these devas operate, and see that these such humans do not get the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. Anvaya, devaha acharya shishyayoho doshan utpadayantihi. Vagdoshad, buddhi doshad va guruhu vaktum no shaknoti. No. Vaktum no shaknoti. This is how devas obstruct. Devaha. These deities, different types of deities, what they do? Acharya shishyayoho doshan utpadayanti. In Acharya and Shishya, in both of them, they produce what? Dosha, some defects, some deficiencies. So defects in the sense, some deficiencies, some lack in them, because of which they are unable to either, that means student is unable to gain the knowledge, teacher is unable to communicate properly. So, devaha, acharya shishyayoho, in both acharya, the guru, and the shishya, what they do? Doshan utpadayanti. So, some defect, deficiencies, so some wanting, some lack as far as the gaining of Atma Jnana is concerned, they produce. He again, prasiddhi, in Shastra, such things are known. So therefore, and what type of doshas are they? They are of such type. Vag doshad, buddhi doshad va, guruhu vaktum na shaknoti. First let us say, what are the doshas which are, that means produced by these devas in the guru, the acharya. It can be vag dosha, the flaw in their speech, in the sense the person is not able to convey what the tatparya is. What exactly the truth he is unable to communicate. Person may know it, he may know it, but is incapable of teaching properly. Vag dosha. It can create any problem. You know that how Kumbhakarna got 6 months sleep? They invoked Brahmaji, and you know what they wanted? Indrapada. Such tapas they did, he wanted the Indrapada. And if he gets Indrapada, then what will happen? Indra will have to run away and all the devas will have to run away. So therefore, there was a plan, there was a scheme. Goddess Saraswati played a trick, and when exactly he was asked the boon, by a slip of the tongue, Indrapada became Nidrapada. So Nidra, it became Nidrapada. So Brahmaji said, Tathastu, what entire tapas went there. So after he can't, sorry, he can't amend afterwards. See, this is where it knows Sakama karma, such things are there. In Nishkama karma, such things cannot be there. See, suppose, look here, you have a servant in the house, okay? And so he has been asked to bring some, the water, etc., in the glass, etc., okay, and not ordinary water, very costly, beautiful, etc. So they have imported them and all that, okay, and then got. While bringing, he dropped it. What is the reaction? You are the owner. You'll scold, or you may even get compensated by deducting the amount from the salary. Okay. Now what happened? It is not your servant, but a friend of yours had come, and he obliged to bring the water. Okay, very what? Intimate friend as such, and he obliged to bring the water, and you didn't. That means stop him, and while bringing, dropped all the things. What is the reaction? Huh? He's a very fast friend of yours. Not that you see, look here, not that you are happy with the laws as such. At the same time, you won't scold him, you can't punish him, etc. At best, please don't bring any further, you may say, okay? So that way you can say, but you won't scold, etc. Like that, Sakama karma, strict rule. If you commit mistake, negative card will be punched there. With punya also, like modern day tests, tick mark. If correct, you get the mark. If wrong, you lose the mark. They will go on deducting the marks like that. Wrong things done also will have to be accounted in terms of papa. But nishkama karma, what happens? Ishvara rectifies it. Because devotion is there, Ishvara arpana buddhi is there, bhakti to Ishvara is there. There is no barter deal. I do this and you give me. Such barter deal is not there. If nishkama is there, even if mistakes are there, they are ignored by who? Ishvara. He ignores them. So like this. So now that way, here vag dosha, that's what happened. In the days, Indrapada he wanted, he asked for Nidrapada, and he got it afterwards. So that means that Indrapada got hooked. In such thing means that such rules are applicable. Here vag dosha, because of that means lack of ability to communicate properly, or it can be other way. Buddhi doshadva. There is basically some defect in the understanding and the findings of this Guru himself. The Guru himself doesn't know the truth properly, and even he may have eloquence and all the capacity to communicate. What is communicated is not correct. Buddhi doshadva. Somewhere some pratibandhaka is there, as a result of which the person, the acharya himself doesn't know the truth properly, and then what happens? Others also take the same thing, and that same flaw or defect persists. So buddhi doshadva, guruhu vaktum, to teach, to impart. To vaktum means to speak, means to teach, to impart the knowledge. No shaknoti, certainly he is incapable. It is just not possible for him. So this way, devas work this way. It is said in Ramayana also. Same thing happened in the case of Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi asked for the boon, her buddhi was topsy-turvy. In fact, it is just impossible for Kaikeyi to ask for that. Do you know why? Kaikeyi loved Lord Rama more than her own son, Bharata. Actually, when Manthara told this, that disclosed the news that Rama is being coronated, she gave that means the necklace of pearls to her as the gift. But Manthara played the trick, and then what? Kaikeyi fell a victim to that. That's what he said even when she went to, when Bharata went along with that, mothers went, etc. So Lord Rama consoled her, don't feel bad about that. It was my job only. Right? I saw it because I have to come here. You were only a nimitta matra. Otherwise, if you take into account the conduct and the love of Kaikeyi with respect to Rama, she will be the last person to ask that. So that being the case, at times Ishvara's will also work in such cases because he had a mission. So Lord Rama didn't take the avatar for what? To remain in the palace of Ayodhya and all that. He had come for this purpose only. Otherwise, how Ravana will be killed as such. There is a plot as it were, and Kaikeyi happened to be just a tool in the scheme. So that such things do happen. So now, buddhi doshadva, because of some defect in the understanding, etc., the intellect is not clear about this, and therefore, so what happens? One is unable to teach properly, and as a result, the student, the shishya also cannot gain the knowledge. Now, what is the dosha on part of shishya now? Avishwasat kutarkadva shishyo bodhum na shaknuyad. Ishvaranugrahat devaha vihantum shaknuvanti no. Avishwasat kutarkadva shishyaha bodhum na shaknuyat. Ishvaranugrahat devaha vihantum now shaknuvanti. A disciple, Shishya, is unable to gain the knowledge because of this dosha. What is it? Avishwasa, lack of trust, lack of Shraddha. Shraddha is the greatest capital in gaining anything, and more so in Adhyatma. Why more so in Adhyatma? Because the subject matter, Atma Sarupa, is not available for Vishayikarana, is not available for objectification by sense organs or even by mind, intellect. See, in the field of science, etc., you can do so many experiments, conduct so many experiments, etc., in the laboratory and find out, investigate and find out, because they are available for objectification. Here is something which cannot be seen by the eyes, heard by the ears, smelled by the nose, tasted by the tongue, that cannot be touched by the skin. How are you going to know that which cannot be objectified by the mind? Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Mind cannot objectify, speech cannot describe like this. To ascertain and discover such a vastu is something which is very, very difficult. From that standpoint, say that so that means what is required is first is Vishwasa, Shraddha. That's why Lord Krishna said, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam, samshayatma vinash. So, because that Shraddha in the Ishwarokti, Vedas, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, whose ukti it is? Ishwarokti. Ishvara has nothing to gain by telling something wrong, etc. Even his incarnation, avatara, is for the sake of what? For the sake of the humanity. So therefore we should have that much of Shraddha in the Vedas, and also whenever like Bhagavad Gita, etc., Ramayana, where whatever the Lord has stored, in all that we should have Shraddha. Because even a single word uttered by any avatar is not superfluous. We may not be able to understand, but there is a meaning, there is a purpose. In course of time it can get revealed, but on the face value it may not be possible for us to verify the truth of such statement. So therefore, so that Vishwasa in Lord, in Upanishads, and teaching in accordance with the Upanishad, teaching of the Guru in accordance with the Upanishad. All these are what? Necessary. But unfortunately, this person has what? No Vishwasa, no Shraddha. Again, Kutarkadva. So Kutarka means a vicious logic, illogical things. Logic, yukti certainly accepted as Shastra, but that yukti must be Shruti Sammata Yukti. A reasoning in accordance with the Shruti. But this person doesn't take into account the Shruti because he doesn't accept or acknowledge the Shruti and just goes on spinning the yarn and such a nahi kutarkasya pratishtha vidyate. In Kathopanishad Bhashya we find Bhashyakara remarking at one place, say kutarkasya pratishtha na vidyate. There is no final for any such kutarka because one can go on imagining or spinning the yarn. So that from that standpoint, kutarkat. So on account of such vicious logic, so that is one who has got. So shishyaha, the disciple, bodhum na shaknoya, is incapable of gaining the knowledge. In both the cases, whose hand is there? Devas. So now we are helpless now. Which court we can drag them to assert our right? Like somebody, like Lokamanya Tilak said, they say what? Freedom is my birthright. Like that, to gain freedom from samsara, moksha is my birthright. But these fellows are obstructing it, therefore drag them to the court. Which court? There is a court. Which court? Ishvara's court. Paramatma. Who is above this? Because how they have got these powers? Delegated by who? Ishvara. Presiding deities are incapable of functioning on their own unless they are empowered by Ishvara. So if you invoke Ishvara, what happens? These devas are incapable of bringing any obstructions whatsoever. Just as see, if you have, suppose you want some favor from some minister, and that minister is making you dance, come tomorrow. He doesn't refuse totally, come tomorrow, and you go in tomorrow. I am very busy today, come after 1 week. After 1 week you get, and this fellow is not there, he is on tour only. So like that, and when you meet also 100 excuses. Suppose you can pocket Prime Minister, what will happen? Of course, not in this condition. When Prime Minister has got some power with him, so okay. So, not dependent on others. So, what happens? He can certainly grant you or whatever that you want as such, which is possible. Sahana vidyadi shanti jape nesha prasadataha Nirvignau Guru Shishyau Staha Tadrishau Durlabhau Khalu Sahanau Ityadi Shanti Japena Isha Prasadataha Guru Shishyau Nirvignau Staha Tadrishau, again Guru Shishyau Durlabhau Khalu Sahana Vidya Sahanau Ityadi Sahana Vidyadi Sahanau Ityadi Shanti Japena Isha Prasadataha Guru Shishyau Nirvignau Staha Tadrishau Guru Shishyau Durlabhau Khalu. So now we have to invoke Isha, so that no obstruction on the part of these devas can obstruct our pursuit of gaining the Atma Jnana. That is why, what is done before the study? Shanti Patha, Shanti Mantras are chanted. Sahana Vidyadi, what is that? Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Who is invoked? Ishvara. So who is that? Saha. Saha Parameshwaraha. Ha is Itihasa Prasiddhi. What Itihasa Prasiddhi? Upanishad Prasiddhaha. That is Upanishad Prakashitaha. The Parameshwaraha, the Paramatma, who is revealed, who is unfolded. Where? In the Upanishad. So well known in the Upanishad. Aupanishadam Purusham hi Bruhi. Paradharnika says, please, O revered teacher, please teach me about that Brahma. Which Brahma? Not anybody's fancy. Revealed where? In a Upanishad. So that, because that is the authentic Pramana being Pramana, so that please reveal to me. So that way, so Saha Paramatma. Which Paramatma? Upanishad Prakasha. Upanishad Prakashita means Upanishadsu Prakashitaha. The one who is revealed in the Upanishad. So what? Saha or Saha also together can be also taken. Now, us both. Us both means Guru and Shishya. What does it do? Sahana avatu. Avatu means palayatu. Palayatu, may he protect. How protect? Like this. Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. By revealing to us the exact Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya, which is nothing short of direct cognition of my Swarupa, true nature, which is identical with Brahma. So, Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. By revealing to me the Swarupa, which is revealed by what? Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu. Again same Paramatma, so which is revealed in the Upanishad. Now us both. Bhunaktu, again Palayatu. How? Vidya Phala Prakashanena. By making us accomplish the Phala, the result of Vidya. What is that? Moksha. By granting us moksha, may that Paramatma, Parameshwara protect us. Saha Viryankara Vavahai. Saha, here together. May us both, who are that Guru and Shishya, Viryankara Vavahai. So, Vidya Kritam Samarthyam. That means, may we accomplish the power, the strength, which is on account of Vidya, gaining Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. So, Saha Viryam Karavavahai, Karavavahai, Nishpadayavahai. May we produce or may we accomplish the strength born of Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. Tejasvinavadhitam astu. Tejasvinav adhitam astu. That Tejasvinav means Tejasvinoho avayoho. Of us both who are Tejasvi, bright and brilliant, because intent on gaining the Atma Jnana, who? Shishya, and Guru intent on imparting the knowledge. Both of us who are bright and brilliant, Tejasvinoho avayoho. Adhitam astu, that you should take. Adhitam su adhitam astu. Whatever you have studied, etc., let it be well studied. So well studied. Or it can be taken now. That is now, avabhyam, Tejasvi now avabhyam, by us both. Adhitam, whatever that is studied, Tejasvi means ativa viryavadastu. Ativa virya means that it be very powerful so as to give us moksha. Again, in this pursuit of teaching and learning, ma vidvishavahai, may us not both, that means to hate each other. If hate, that means some hatred comes, what will happen? The communication, learning will not take place at all. There will be a mental block as the result of which, so the it can be on either side. It can be because of some misunderstanding on the part of the teacher or the misunderstanding on the part of the student, as a result of which, so the teaching will get obstructed and we will not be able to gain the knowledge. So let there be harmony between both of us. So ma vidvishavahe. At times inadvertently something may happen, as a result of it wrong notions may, that means, get created. So on that account, let there not be dvesha from both the side, in both adhyana and adhyapana. Because of some mistakes in adhyana study, some mistake in adhyapana teaching, let there not be any such dvesha or hatred or misunderstanding. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika and Adi Daivika. So all these vignas are warded off by praying to Ishvara. Ishvara has got that capacity to see to that all these vignas are removed. So Sahana Visahanau Ityadi. ityadi. It is not simply sahana because sahana etc. because Kathopanishad, Krishna Yajurveda. It can be anything. Vangme, Manase, Pratishtita, etc. depending on which Veda it is. Ityadi. Shanti Japena. Shanti Japena is Shanti Mantra Japena. So by repeated chanting of the Shanti mantra with due, two things are required. What are the? Shraddha and Bhakti. With Shraddha and Bhakti, by chanting this, the Shanti Patha, so as a result what we get? Isha Prasadataha. Because of this we get the grace of Ishvara, because we are karma. We have done a karma, you are eligible for the result. Isha Prasadataha, on account of the prasada of Isha, Ishvara, Isha Prasadataha. So what happens? Guru Shishyav Nirvignau Staha. Both Guru and Shishya become Nirvigna, means free from such obstruction that can hinder the gaining of the knowledge by Shishya. Guru Shishyav Nirvignau Staha. But it should be with proper attitude, proper Shraddha, with proper Bhakti and little preparedness of the mind also. So, but such Guru Shishyas are very rare. He says, Tadrishav Guru Shishyau Durlabhau Khalu. Such Guru Shishyas are indeed rare indeed. What Tadrishav means? Such Guru Shishyas means what? The Guru Shishyas who do not have doshas. Because of such prayers and Ishvara Anugraha, those who are not such dosha means who have overcome such doshas, both Guru and Shishya who have overcome such dosha, such Guru Shishyas are rare. So they are rare. Means it shows more efforts have to be put forth to get rid of these dosha. So that's, say certain, for example, some adverse result of past actions done in past life, what can you do now? At best, prayashita karma. That's why nitya naimitya karma. Mamopata duritakshaya dvara Sri Parameshwara Prityarte idam karishe. What for? Duritakshaya. So I don't know what all duritas I have got, adverse result of papa of past I don't know. Only Ishvara can nullify them. So therefore I do with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. That's why in that sense what is required? Karma is indispensable to gain the preparedness of the mind. Karma, being a product of ignorance, directly can't give knowledge. At the same time, it is very useful to gain the ready frame of mind, without which one can never gain the Atma Jnana. So therefore the role of karma has to be, that is, understood properly. So even karma means all japa, tapa, all these parayanas, all do come there in picture. So the Tadrishav, Guru Shishyav, Durlabhav Khalu. Khalu indeed means such, it shows the rare things as such. So they are, that's why Ascharyo Vakta Kushalosya Jnata. Ascharya, both Vakta and Jnata, both are what? Ashara. Kushalena Anushishtaha. Taught by a equally adept teacher. The one who has got the knowledge is really a wonder. Wonder why? Because such rare things are there. Now, who is a guru? Let us see. And what is expected of a shishya? That also is being told now. Shabdarthajna swatma tattva Anubhavi cha gurur dvidha. Actually, you can't split it as Swatma Tattva, it is one. Swatma Tattva Anubhavi. Shabdarthajna Swatma Tattva Anubhavi cha gurur dvidha. Adyo naro nato brahma naratva bhrantya nashana. Guru Shabdarthajnaha Swatma Tattvanubhavi add iti cha dvidha add bhavati. Guru Shabdarthajnaha Swatma Tattvanubhavi add iti cha dvidha add bhavati. Adyaha naraha naratva bhrantyanashanat natu brahma. Naratva bhrantyanashanat natu brahma. Guruhu dvidha bhavati. Guru is of two types. So what is that? One is shabdarthajnaha. Other is swatma tattvanubhavi. First let us say shabdarthajnaha. He knows meaning of what is told in the Upanishad, etc. Otherwise called shrotriyaha. So we have studied the Shastras. We have have Mundaka, we have got shrotriyaha, brahmanishta. A guru has to be both shrotriyaha, brahmanishta. That is what is told here. Shabdarthajnaha. Simply shrotriyaha, who has studied the Shastra, knows something, some information he has got about the Atma, Anatma, Brahma, etc. All these things he has got some information. Shabdarthajnaha. Other one is swatma tattvanubhavi. Anubhavi means anubhavaha asya asti iti anubhavin. Nominative anubhavi. Now here swatma tattva. Swatma tattvasya anubhavaha asya asti iti swatma tattvanubhavi. One who has got anubhava of swatma tattva. Now we have to see what is this anubhava. In general, without probing any further, any cognition can be considered as anubhava. It can be direct perception, okay, inferred things, whatever it may be. That anubhava, even memory, but Tarkikas do not accept memory as anubhava. For that technical reason, let us not enter into all those Tarkikas concept as such. Tarkikas are the one who they say memory is not anubhava. They say that's fine, whatever that is that, because they are defining in certain terms, etc. That's why they say. Otherwise, for our vyavahara, common deal as such, anything that you cognize, right or wrong, that is what is anubhava. In the waking state, is there a single moment when you have no anubhava? In the dream state, is there a moment when you have no anubhava? In sleep, anubhava is there or not? Certainly. Sleep itself is an experience of absence of everything. Absence of everything, including I don't know myself. So the person doesn't know oneself, leave alone other things as such. So therefore there is an experience. In life, is there a single moment without anubhava? Now, these anubhavas may correspond to knowledge or may not correspond to knowledge. Whatever you experience may be in conformity with the thing in question that you have experienced, or may not be in conformity with the thing. You saw a snake. Actually, it was a rope. You have anubhava or not? Yes. But it is not yathartha anubhava. That experience is not an experience in conformity with what is there in front of you. Because what is there is only rope and not the snake. Now suppose light was brought and you saw the rope. Is there anubhava or not? Yes, that perceptual anubhava is there. But now what happens? That anubhava is in accordance with the thing in front of you, the rope, therefore we call it as what? Jnana. But that doesn't mean this jnana, the knowledge of the rope, is without the experience of the rope. Is it that way? What is the relation between knowledge and experience? An experience may be erroneous one, means it may not be in accordance with the thing. In such case, we don't call it jnana, we don't call it prama, we call it brahma. If you see a snake in the place of rope, it is not prama, it is not knowledge of the thing, it is a brahma, erroneous notion. If you see a rope in the place of the rope, we call it as knowledge, is it not? But in what has happened is, in earlier case, experience was there, but it was not in conformity with the thing in question. In the latter case, experience is there, but it is in conformity with the thing in question. So therefore, yathartha anubhava is jnana. So that being the case, so what is the relation between anubhava and jnana? Anubhava, an experience in conformity with the thing in question, is the basic constituent of that knowledge. Basic constituent, Mula Bhuta Ghataka. The Mula Bhuta Ghataka, the basic constituent of any knowledge, is the experience in conformity with the thing in question, provided such knowledge is possible. There are certain fields where the direct cognition is not possible. All the knowledge you can get is indirect, what is called as Nitya Paroksha, like heaven, etc. You cannot have the direct experience of heaven. Do you know why? With this embodiment, it is just impossible for you to have that experience. At the same time, Shruti tells us, Pramana is there, we can understand something about the heaven. If Shruti says, in the heaven, there is Airavata. What is Airavata? A white elephant. I have not seen a white elephant, but certainly I have seen an elephant. So I have seen white. Therefore what happens now? Both these are seen, but combination I have not seen. Means I can understand, oh, such an elephant is there, but there is no direct cognition, is not direct experience, is not there. This is what is called as Paroksha. Paroksha means Nitya Paroksha, not that. Suppose something there at the gate, let us say, some imported car has come near the gate, let us say. For the time being it is what Paroksha for you, now remote it is. But after the talk is over, if you go there you can see it. It becomes the Pratyaksha. But this is temporarily Paroksha, but remote. Now here, heaven, etc., Nitya Paroksha, never we can verify, is a non-verifiable thing. We have to know through only Shastra, the Vedas. Okay. There is other field of knowledge which is beyond the ken, beyond the capacity of the human to know directly. For example, sun is stationary or moves in the sky? Stationary. But what is your anubhava? What is your experience? Sun moves and your earth is stationary. Your jnana is what? Sun is stationary, earth revolves round the sun, is it not? Now can you verify this? Is it within your capacity to verify that sun is stationary and earth is revolving round the sun? At least till today not possible. Tomorrow I can't say. How? Suppose scientists devise a rocket which goes beyond the orbit of earth, beyond the sphere of the gravitational force of the earth, and having gone there it is stationary there. For 2 days it is stationary, let us say, and you are there inside. And what are you observing? Of course, don't worry, all provisions are given there. Kya hoga, don't get afraid. All provisions are given, like astronauts go there, no? They are everything there. And you are observing, what is that? Sun is stationary, my God, who is revolving? Earth is revolving, you can verify, is it not? But for the time being, it is beyond your ken, beyond your capacity. In such cases, knowledge cannot be in conformity with the actual thing in question. If that is the case. So one thing is certain, wherever direct cognition is possible, wherever the knowledge is not the field of paroksha or beyond the ken of the human, there knowledge should basically have the what? Basic constituent. What is that? An experience in conformity with the thing in question. Is it not? But an experience need not necessarily constitute knowledge. Other way you look at it. An experience need not necessarily constitute knowledge. How come? You saw a gentleman. He was Mr. Devadatta, whom you had met 20 years back. And you are seeing it, nothing wrong with your eyes. You are seeing him So, but you don't know that he is who? Mr. Devadatta. Have you the experience or not? You are seeing with your eyes, and suppose it happened that you spoke to him also. By that time, other friend of yours had come and he knew who he was. Hey, you know who this person is? And that Devadatta, Soyam Devadatta. Means earlier you had the experience, but not the knowledge. These words of your, guided words of your friend gave the knowledge. Oh, this is that gentleman. Is it not? So therefore, experience can be there, but knowledge cannot be there. But knowledge where it is directly possible, it should have its basic constituent in what? The anubhava of the thing. So this is the rule. The question arises, our swarupa, Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, is it verifiable or non-verifiable? Is it Nitya Paroksha or Aparoksha? What do you mean by Paroksha? What do you mean by Paroksha? Away, remote from me. Means na Paroksha. Na Paroksha means nor Pratyaksha also. Aparoksha means what? Neither Pratyaksha nor Paroksha. Therefore it is called Aparoksha. Means myself is neither something which can be perceived by me in terms of direct perception Pratyaksha, nor it is something away from me because it is myself. Is it not? Again, this Atma Swarupa is something Swayam Jyotihi. It is Anubhava Swarupa. It is self-luminous, self-evident knowledge principle which is nothing but Anubhava or Jnana Tattva, Jnapti Tattva, Anubhava Tattva, independent of any means. For you to gain any Anubhava, what do you need? What do you need? See, you came all the way from Bombay and you saw the Ganges. What? So beautiful. You got Anubhava of Ganges or not? What is required? Pratyaksha for whom? For you, is it not? First, who should be there? You, the seer, the pramata must be there, is it not? Suppose you happen to be in Bombay only, राजधानी लेट हो गई, वो रात को 5:30 को कौन जाएगा? मुझे कैंसल करने दो बस. Pramata remained where? Bombay only. Prameya, Ganges is where? Rishikesh. You can't take Ganges to Bombay, musibat ho jayegi udhar. So that already with little heavy rain it gets flooded, and if Ganges comes to Bombay, now is the end of it. Is it? So it has to be here only. So everything is puja swatani, you know. So you adore Ganges here. If Ganges comes to Bombay, the calamities will come afterward. So that being the case. So Prameya is here. Pramata is that. Prama cannot take place. You can't operate Pramana of Pratyaksha eyes. You can't operate. Is it not? So therefore, the Anubhava of or the Prama, the knowledge of this Ganges is possible provided the Pramata is there. Pramata is operating the eyes, the Pratyaksha Pramana. Prameya also is in the vicinity, etc. Prama takes place, which includes the Anubhava sight of the Ganges. Is it not? Okay? So that means here what has happened now? This Anubhava is there. You can verify. Somebody, your friend told, hey, Ganges is so great, etc. So you had some information. Now you are verified. Yes, it is Ganges is flowing at Rishikesh like this, coming from such and such place, etc. You can verify. Like that, Atma Swarupa, is it available for verification or not? If not available verification, it will be like Nitya Paroksha Swarga, non-verifiable, which cannot be correct because Shastra itself says that Aparoksha Jnana is possible. Now, what is this Aparoksha Jnana? Can it not have the direct cognition of our Swarupa? Is Pramata required for this? Who is Pramata? The knower. If Pramata tries to know Atma, Pramata can know only something Prameya which is available for Vishayikarana objectification. Atma Sarupa is not available for Vishayikarana, is not available for objectification. Pramata cannot know Atma as Prameya. Why? The Sarupa of Pramata itself is Atma. If anything Pramata does becomes foul, then how can you gain the knowledge of Atma? Let us investigate tomorrow.
Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayanta Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanya Prithivi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Shobharahita Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhave Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti